higher, but I can't. And so we're flying through these houses, and we go into this one person's house, and they're saying, it's like it's no big deal that you just flew into our house. And they opened the bathroom window and said, you can probably get out this way to keep going. And I'm thinking, no, that's too small. I can't get through there. So, and everybody's very helpful. And then we fly a little farther, and we get into these big mansions. There's a lot of big mansions on that side of the city. And there's this huge mansion. He has these big dogs and even a couple bears. And he's trying to give us directions on how to get. And I realize we're flying off course. We're getting farther west and sitting back this way, and it's getting more and more mountainous. And I'm thinking, if I could just get up higher, it would really be helpful. But no matter how much we're flapping away, I can't get up really high. Anyways, a very frustrating dream. If anybody's got a solution for that, let me know. But there is something exhilarating about flying. I think it's why humans have created so many different things to soar. Right? We have these little pedal things with wings. We have little hang gliders and parasails and all kinds of different things, because there's something in human nature just loves to fly. And, I look at birds, and they just do it so effortlessly, right? I was reading recently, there's a bird called the bar-tailed godwit that holds the record for the longest flight without stopping. 13,560 kilometers it flew. Can you imagine? Without stopping for land, take a break, without eating, without drinking, 13,560 kilometers. Incredible. Man, I wish I could just do 1 kilometer. But birds are amazing things that can fly effortlessly. And we love to watch, when you see an eagle soaring in the air and catching the thermals and just going up without hardly any efforts. I think a condor, one of the biggest birds in the world, can go about, I can't remember how far it was, but it was a huge distance without even flapping its wings. Phenomenal. Anyways, you can do all the research. But in comparison, have you looked at the cost that it costs for people to invent stuff to fly? I mean, these big jets and spaceships that can fly beautifully, the amount of effort to get them off the ground is huge. I mean, they say that globally, airlines use over 320 million gallons of jet fuel every day just to keep people up in the air. I mean, think about that. What a huge effort. Remember when the spaceship Artemis recently went around the moon? Just to get off the ground. In the first 8.5 minutes, they used over 700,000 gallons of fuel. Crazy what we will do to get off the ground. So flying takes all kinds of efforts. And yet, I wonder if God didn't just put birds in the sky to point us to a way of traveling lighter and soar with Him. Last week, we talked about Jesus inviting us to travel lighter. Remember, He says, "Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for my burden is light." Jesus longs for us to live in a lighter way instead of going through life burdened. And this morning I want us to turn to the passage that was read earlier by Nicole, because there's some beautiful words in that passage that we would do well to listen to.